How you doing, my brothers? Native Prepper, Nancy Prepper, Lake Ferry Prepper, Homestead Off, Grim Survival. How you like my new way of doing things? I'm going to show you a little bit about my past, just a little bit about my past. But I want you to see some things. It's kind of neat. Now look who raised me in a way. Even today we still hang out together, except he's dead. 1969, that's my uncle. He was in the Korean War and went to Vietnam. See, he was smoking dope. Supposed to be Chadu Kwang. And he was thinking about, chicken chong. Chandu Kwang. See how he did that? He was drunk, smoking pot with the founder, Duke Sun's son. And Ik Bok, I can't pronounce the whole name, Korean master, and Siho Chow on Ban So Han. You see how he did his taekwondo when he was going in there? Instead of saying Chadu Kwang, he went Gongdu Kwang. He's the one that raised me. 100% Cherokee. He's dead now. But when I got my belts from him, it was pretty good. Started in 1969. And look how far I moved up. Learning kickboxing stuff from an American black guy. That black guy, nobody wanted to mess with him. John Davis even tried to copy him, but didn't want to do the fitness. But look what I was getting. I entered it. The World Kickboxing Association, what they call Professional Karate Association Worldwide, PKA. You can find them videos all over the place. You can go all the way down and sit there and see it. You go down all the way down my videos, you'll see me fighting from like 85 to 97. I love them kidney shots. But main thing I go for was the liver. If I can hit that liver, and that ends the fight, period. But then I went over to Thailand and Laos, and look what I ended up getting. I come right over there, and I got that right there. Alja. Alja means master in Thai boxing, or Lao boxing, how they call it. But I hang out with Chris Flash and a couple other guys. We went here. You see what that says? 6 Dan Chadu Kwang Taekwondo. This is British Council of the Korean Martial Arts National Black Belt. Hardest thing was the first aid in the woods. Camping in the woods. That was the first black belt by them they test you on. You can't do first aid and you can't do camping. You ain't gonna get any other belts except, maybe fighting. That'd be only one black belt, that's about it. They mainly went to first aid and camping and then do taekwondo out in the woods. Then you go over here, this right here, you see where it says, this is called Sinmu Kwan Hapkido. It's made by Jit, 1989. 6 Dan. That was the guy who was in the game of death. His shadow, or his student that would take his place, is Christian Gardner. He was from Tennessee. He's in Italy, if I'm correct, right now. He's still doing the same thing. But we all got together and worked out our own different ways of doing the martial arts. I went back to the old way. I went completely back to the old way. That shows you exactly what it says. PKA, Professional Karate Association Worldwide. You see what it says? Under good standard of world PKA worldwide, as we together seek at present the global sport audience, the most dynamic reputation of martial art actual and the martial art leadership in the world. See, and there he is, Ralph Corbett. That's Ralph Corbett. And you see how they used to say Taekwondo? See the difference? It was also called Dung Su Kwang. That's the way they used to do it. But I stepped working out. See, and I was really pretty good at doing things. Nobody paid attention to it. So I sat there and did something a little bit different. Look at my uncle, Mr. Winslow of SOG, Special Forces of Vietnam. Take a good look at him. He was in Vietnam, 5 tours. SOG is what he was in. He passed away. That's the guy who trained me left and right. 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. He would take me out and train me. 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I had to go to school. This is something that nobody needs to pay attention to. Right there are the people who helped us in the days of Vietnam. You got Korean, Mountain Yards, Hmong, Lao, or Vientiane people, and Cambodians. All there. They're old now, but they be working with me all the time in the martial arts, camping, first aid out in the woods and all. That was the best thing. We still talk. That's why they don't like Chinese. And here's the other 2 guys when Ban So Han come by. That's 2 of Ban So Han's top students and me. Some of the best guys in Hapkido I know. Perfect teacher. That's the main thing about Ban So Han. Ban So Han the movie Billy Jack, Kentucky Fried, that's Grandmaster Ban So Han. Grandmaster Ban So Han, the movie of Billy Jack, Kentucky Fried Movie. And he was a stunt coordinator for a lot of movies, like Born Identity. He choreographed a lot. I also got a picture of him up in the air, right there. Now you got to think, me hanging with people like that, and all that they wanted is everything to be perfect. Everything to be perfect. And when I decide to teach people, I usually the first thing I do is I teach the kids. Now these guys here and this woman are cops and a preacher. Look at the kids we did. Got 1 Mexican, 3 whites, and 3 blacks. And you got William Moody beside me. I'm over here. That's me. William Moody, preacher and policeman, a sheriff and EMT, and then Fish. We all worked together, and not one of them kids would even be racist. Now, what was up to that? No one's ever figured it out. But when I start teaching the kids, even the kids want to know how to help people. So when I started wanting to teach the kids, I had to go get tested again in Taekwondo and Hapkido. And this is all of Ban So Han and Jihad Jet students. You can't see me, I'm way in the back. But that's us together when we got our black belts in Hapkido to 6th Dan. We all sit there and wonder how people did shit. But we kept watching the kids. The kids want to learn about the major part that people worry about in there. So what I did, I decided to show y'all what I was teaching the kids, and my wife made sure I knew what was what. This is the main thing you need to know about first aid. Main thing you need to know. Main thing you need to know. In any martial arts or first aid, you need to know your blood circulation. You got the red, means living artery. That's what's pumping the blood in you, and the blue is what's pumping up to the liver, cleaning all that stuff. All pints. Upper extremities, like your arms, it's got 1 pint of blood. Your chest, anatomy, and pelvis, each one's got 3 pints. Your thigh, 2 pints. Your calf area of your leg, 1 pint. Your ankle is 1 pint. But if you look at it from your thigh to your ankle, that's 4 pints. Total 4 pints that stays in your body. All of it stays in the circulation. That's why I put it right there, circulation. But these arteries that you need to look at, like up here, you got exterior and interior jugular veins. Meaning if you cut somebody's upper artery, the interior, and also the exterior. Well, the interior artery is the one you got to worry about. The exterior, that's what most people see in the movies and stuff. They just barely cut the throat from ear to ear, but they don't cut the exterior jugular vein. You got to cut both of them, or the guy's going to live. You got your carotid artery, your heart, the scabious artery, your bronchiolus artery, your radial artery, your abdomen aura, which is these 2 right here. They're 5 inches artery. You cut that, you're dead. You ain't getting nowhere. Main reason, your intestines, you got to cut your intestines to get that. That's 14 billion bacteria. Now here's the fun part about knowing them arteries for EMTs. The main thing we worry about in first aid, EMT, EMS, all the emergency people have to worry about. The bronchial artery, minimum size, 1/2. You go unconscious 4 seconds. Death is 1.5. The radial artery, small, 1/4, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, you're dead. The carotid artery is large. In depth is 1.5 inch. Die within 2 minutes is what they usually say. You go unconscious. That's the main thing. You do go unconscious. So you're going to be unconscious within 2 minutes. But death is 5. The scabial artery is 2.5. By conscious for 2 to 3 minutes. Death 5. Your liquid artery, which is down there at your leg, right there, so you'll see. This artery right here is here. It's your upper thigh, inside your thigh. That's why I make it where you can see everything's in the inside. It ain't on the outside, it's in the inside. That goes to your aorta. But your liquid artery is right there. What does it say? 2.5 inches deep, 10 seconds, and you die in 10 minutes. There goes 4 pints of blood in 10 minutes. You're dead. You hit that liver, you go about 2 inches inside the liver, 5 seconds, 3 to 10 minutes, you're dead. You can't really fix the liver, you know. You have to have a transplant. And if they can just get it to lock itself together, they give you drugs, and you're going to still die because it don't heal, it rots. That's the main reason. The heart, 3.5 inches inside the body, 4 seconds you're unconscious, 3 minutes you're dead. That's if you pull the knife out. 3 minutes you die. That's your whole circular area. You got to think about it. That's death below surface of inches. So what I'm saying is, your bronchial artery and all them, if you cut that bicep with a knife and cut from here to here, your arm is made, the bicep is to pull this way. But if you cut it, you can't do nothing. That's where your artery is, right up in here. Right up in here. And your radius artery is right down in here. So if I whack that whole section, you can't use your arm or your hand, because you got your tendons in here. So you really lost. Your clever arteries, they're usually about right here. That's your coronary artery. The other artery that you got to really worry is your aorta, 5 inches. You got your belly button here. You can go all the way down about an inch. If it's a guy, from your boy toy, it's an inch. From a woman's part, inch. But it's from your belly button to that one part. So it's about like that. That's where your main aorta. That's where everybody gets cut at in a knife fight. 5 inches, you're dead because you got intestines. Your intestines has got automatically, and I said automatically, 14 billion bacteria. And what it does, if you cut them, that bacteria will get in your bloodline and mess up your liver. But it infects the whole body. All that bacteria, you can't help them. That's why you got to worry. That's why EMTs and EMS worry so much. The circulation, the speed it goes is pretty darn fast. When you know you got 4 pints of body, it's covering the whole body. It's going from here to here, and you only got 4 pints. That's a lot. You have to think about it. But then you think about it right here. Size of the artery, medium, small, large. How deep in the body? Your carotid artery right up here is a 1/2 inch. This is 1/4 of an inch. You see what I'm saying? You really don't have that much to go. The carotid is a 1/2 inch. Sacral, 2.5 inches. The lacubius, which is down here at your leg. Both arteries are just like that. I mean, it's set just like that. So if you're looking at it that way, it'd be just like that. You cut that artery, you cut one, it's okay. You cut the other one, you're going to bleed out. There ain't no way you can fix it. And the bad thing about arteries and blood veins is like this is, say this is it. This is your artery. As soon as it gets cut, it pulls out. And this one pulls out. You got to pull them back in. You got to hope you got a tube or something to lock it in place and put that tube in the middle of that damn artery so you can keep bleeding. So you keep pumping. If you don't have it, you're stuck. That's why most of my friends, when they think about the artery in the arm, they have to open that arm up. They have to pull that artery this way, that artery this way. They actually has used an ink pen and just cut it in half and used the tube and hook them back together. And then sewed his arm up until he get him to the hospital. Most guys don't think about it. You need to think about that. That's first aid. That's why I said all these little schools who's teaching martial arts, they don't want you to know that first aid. They don't want you to know that first aid. That's what you got to know. All that. That's why when I went here to this place here, to be qualified in Taekwondo, I had to know about that blood supply. How the blood circulates the body. Which part you got to worry about. Which part will kill you. That's why they gave me my damn black belt for it. Because I had to figure out how to fix certain areas at a certain time. See, I can use, that's one of the main things I had to learn to get my 6th black belt in Taekwondo with first aid. Then CPR and AED. But the biggest thing was the major factor, learning how to sew up someone. How to sew them up, how to look at certain parts of the body. But I got my black belt from it in Taekwondo. My 6th black belt was for first aid and camping. First aid and camping. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.